about hanging on in time. So, those of you new to this theatre, my name's Cliff Hill. Many of you probably heard this 10 times already today, but I represent Ectron. We're a provider of a web content manager and customer experience platform. We're sponsoring this theatre today, and we're in the corner there, so come and say hi. Anyway, the 1:45 slot, I'd like to introduce Nick Marr from Ideal Media, who's going to talk about content marketing ROI.
Thanks very much, Chris. Hi, I'm Nick. I'm from a company called Ideal Media. We're a New York-based company, and I run the London office for Ideal Media. So what do Ideal Media do? We are a content recommendation network. So we work with publishers who carry our ads and our recommendations, and we also work with advertisers that want to distribute their content. That content can be articles, blogs, infographics, and products and services. And so you've probably seen us before. We are the ones that appear at the bottom of an article as recommendations. You might like this, or elsewhere on the web. And it's a really good way of promoting content. I'm going to speak to you today about improving your ROI with content marketing. I work with hundreds of publishers and advertisers, and in the 5 years that I've been doing content marketing, I've noticed a real trend where people are not maximizing their money, their content marketing spend. But before we get into that, I want to show you a video. It's about 50 seconds long, which is probably 10 seconds longer than you meant to, according to the guy before. But it's got lots of clips, so I want you to sit back and, if you can, count the clips within the video. Okay, we're off and running. Stand by. Any sound? Okay, good video. I like that video. How many clips? Anybody? Any numbers? How much? Blimey, straight away, 31. He's got it. Yeah, definitely 31. There were some other ones there. Any content writers here, or copywriters, or journalists? Okay. Okay. All right. So there was 31 clips there. That was from a video of 274 clips, and it's called Best of the Web. If you look it up on YouTube. It's a lot longer than that. It's actually 10 minutes long, and it's got about 4 million views. So why have I showed you that video? It's just a point to show you a point about re-editing and creating new content from original content. And what I wanted to do is introduce you to a concept called the 3 R's: recycling, reaching out, and relevancy with your content marketing. It's the recycling and the relevance and and the reaching out is what's going to save people money. Okay, there's been a huge explosion in expenditure and companies dedicating their marketing spend on content marketing. There's a study here, there's an American study showing that 95% of companies are now dedicating their budgets towards content marketing. How things have changed over a few years. And you can see where the spend is going or has gone. A lot of print and TV advertising is disappearing. Public relations, people are switching around their budgets and going now for content marketing. So if you are a copywriter, journalist, someone that creates images or creates videos, 2014 is going to be your year. You're going to be in demand. People want you. Content creators are the food for online businesses, for social media. You guys are going to increase in importance. Google's always said that SEO is king. Well, and so with content now, it is going to be the number one thing that brands are going to use to get across their message. The downside about content, it's expensive. To create content, hire journalists, copywriters, trying to get them to have original ideas, new content all the time is quite a difficult thing to do. And like I said, the guys that are doing that now as a job now, 2014 is going to be your year, because I think you'll be able to charge more for what you're doing. Again, you're going to be more expensive. So what I'm suggesting here is that brands need to maximize their content before retiring it. Typically, and I've done this, I've got my own websites apart from Idle Media. It's called thelittleHouseCompany.com. Right? If you create content, you put it out to social media, you'll maybe through RSS feeds, maybe email your database to distribute it. You've done that on Monday. By Friday, it's like old newspaper, and you've thrown it away and you've forgotten about it. That is where people are going wrong. Content. And I think that those days of just pushing out brand new content are from the days of SEO, where you need to constantly feed the search engines with brand new content. But it's expensive. So let's go for the three R's. I'm going to put it to you that you can, just like that video, take a slice of that video. It was called Best of the Web. I'll call it Awesome Clips. Create brand new content. You can re-edit, adjust it, reuse it. What's more, there is some content that I would call evergreen content. Content that is seasonal, maybe Christmas, Halloween. Travel guides. That type of content. Or if you're on a property website, the 10 best ways of saving money on your utility bills. Sports websites, history of Man United. That type of content can be used again and again. So once you've retired it, you should always think about revisiting that content again and get more people to see it again. So what I'm suggesting is that brands should change the focus, not on brand new content all the time, but they need to focus on extending the life of their content. Okay, so the other R after recycling was reaching out. Big mistake that brands are making is that they'll put out their content and think that everybody's seen it. There's a lot more room to get it out there again and again and again. But also a problem is how to distribute that content. So a typical article maybe, or a video, there are only a certain amount of ways that you can get that content. So luckily there are new ways of distributing content, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So relevance is a key component to attaining the best return of investment, where your content is shown or displayed and to who you're going to get the best ROI. So for example, I'm working with an insurance company at the moment that are looking for homeowners. They've created a nice video about the top 10 money-saving tips for homeowners. It's subtle, it's native advertising or sponsored video advertising. It's not a blaring display ad. People are engaging with it. Now we're making sure that content is in the relevant places, such as maybe property websites, or financial forums, or money-saving forums. So, native ad placements. These are the sort of things that we do. You engage the user. Some people call them sponsored ads. The best sort of native ads are a seamless sort of path from the editorial of a website, the subject of the website, straight to your offering or your articles. You've seen Facebook is doing that already with the native advertising. It makes a really nice way to engage with a consumer. Okay, you've probably heard, if you've been listening to a few speakers this morning, you've probably heard about metrics. So you're going to use your metrics to decide which content you should republish, re-edit. Find out which one has caused the most engagements, and obviously things like Google Analytics are going to help. But also things like the amount of leads or conversions, the duration, so we talked about getting your content out there. In the last few years, there are content discovery platforms now. Idle Media is one of them, where you can distribute your content very easily. And let's think about why you would do that as opposed to SEO. With SEO, it will always have a valid feature in your marketing plans, but there's no guarantees on how many people are going to see that content. Content discovery platforms will normally tell you, or you can buy 100,000 visitors over a monthly period at a CPC of. So you'll know what you're getting from your content marketing. And you can also work out your return on investment. If a content discovery platform sends you 1,000 visitors, what that's going to mean to you. You can also engage with a content discovery platform and who will want to know what your goals are. Is it page views? Is it length of time on the site? Is it impressions from banner advertising? Is it to ensure that people watch a video so you benefit from the pre-roll advertising, for example? I know some businesses have tried to do this in-house, and it ends up being very expensive. A, because they haven't got the mechanics to distribute the content, but also, one or two individuals within a company, expensive individuals that are trying to distribute it, can be ineffective. So that's where companies like myself, ours comes in to assist with the distribution. So that's the 3 R's, and I'll be interested if there's any questions. Okay, thanks very much. Oh. So what I mean by content discovery platform was the question. So basically what we have is a network of websites and businesses that are carrying our content recommendations. So there are clients' recommendations, our clients' content. So typically we'll have a client that is producing video content, and one of my clients, for example, is MTV Movies. They want more traffic to their websites, to their videos, so we create little snippets, little recommendations about that content and put that onto hundreds of websites. So that's why I'm always looking for advertisers, people that want to distribute their content, but also I'm looking for publishers that want to carry our recommendations, and we pay those guys on a CPM basis or on a rev share basis. Okay, thanks very much.